Unscripted, unshackled, uncouth.
What you're about to hear is for more mature audiences only.
It's Miguel and Holly, Uncensored.
Hello and welcome to Miguel and Holly Uncensored. This is our off-air podcast that we do 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Make sure to check out our other podcasts like Miguel and Holly Full Show, Blown Off. And Kelvin, you had a little mishap with your mini cast yesterday that Jacob 2 times called us this morning and said, hold up.
Yeah.
What happened?
He is on watch. I don't know what happened. This is already the second time that this has happened to me. So the first time we ever did Sunday sessions, it was the same thing. The scheduling software didn't work. And then I guess it happened the same thing with this last episode. I did it on Friday right before I left. But I guess it didn't post, but it is posted now. So.
Good.
And what is it about?
Me and an anonymous friend are talking about our craziest nights out during our early 20s.
Oh.
And so we have 3 in particular stories. So yeah, it was a fun time. Fun times.
I love that. Well, you can check that out now under the Miguel and Holly Uncensored. Now, we didn't get to talk about this because we were gone when this news broke over the big vacation 2 weeks we were gone. But the astronomer, how do you say it?
Astronomer.
That whole thing that happened with the Coldplay. I just remember, because usually we always say that, like, when we go on summer vacation, some crazy news story happens that all of a sudden I'm on the cruise ship and like we don't have signal, and then we'll pull in the dock somewhere, and then all of a sudden I'll open my phone and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
But
it drops out.
Right.
Yes.
Thankfully, this time it was nothing like news crazy. But then this whole story happened. Holly, do you want to kind of, if someone was living under a rock?
Right. So what had happened? And by the way, when the headline broke, I was like, is he an astronomer? Are there a group of them? Like, I was very confused. But this company, Astronomer, they do something that seems very boring to me. I don't know. It blah, blah, blah. Who knows what they do? Data management or something. Anyway, the CEO of that company and the HR manager of that company, who are both married to other people, were on basically the kiss cam, for lack of a better word, at a Coldplay concert. And it was like this whole thing that Chris Martin was talking about, how we want to shine a spotlight on you, the fans, and whatever it was. And so they did a couple other people, and then they put the camera, I'm laughing, but like people's lives got blown up, camera on what they assume couple, who the man is like behind the woman, cradling her in his arms, and you can see the literal second that they realize that they're on the big screen, and like the look of like lovey-dovey changes to pure panic, and he ducks and she hides her face, and Chris Martin is like, either they're having an affair or, and as it turns out, they were.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what?
Oh my God.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure.
And it's so awkward because like the people that are next to them, like that one woman.
The one woman has her hands like on her face. Oh my God. Like, I can't. Oh God,
It's
the
crazy.
fallout.
You have like a 1 in 70,000 chance.
Right.
And y'all got chosen.
Like you got called out. Like,
Won't he do it?
Like literally, like that was karma. Like literally Jesus said, oh, so you want to go do this? All right. Now, I think I saw that, like, isn't he like a billionaire or something like that?
I think he's very well. I didn't really read into many of the details because after you saw the headline, there really wasn't a whole lot of details that needed to be gotten into. But yeah, he's obviously the CEO of this company. He's very wealthy.
Now, apparently, like, there was some fake press releases that came out from his wife and from him and whatnot. But I think it took a few days for him to step down as CEO. And everybody was like, well, his wife is about to get a big old payday from this because the most public of ways.
Yeah.
And so then this came out on Friday. The company, I was like, good for them.
I know, truly.
This was a good comeback. Watch. Oh, wait.
Thank you for your interest in Astronomer. Hi, I'm Gwyneth Paltrow. I've been hired on a very temporary basis to speak on behalf of the 300 plus employees at Astronomer. Astronomer has gotten a lot of questions over the last few days, and they wanted me to answer the most common ones. Yes, Astronomer is the best place to run Apache Airflow, unifying the experience of running data, ML, and AI pipelines at scale. We've been thrilled so many people have a newfound interest in data workflow automation. As for the other questions we've received, yes, there is still room available at our Beyond Analytics event in September. We will now be returning to what we do best, delivering game-changing results for our customers. Thank you for your interest in Astronomer.
I thought that was a brilliant move on their marketing team and being able to get Chris Martin's ex-wife, Gwyneth Paltrow, to be the temporary spokesperson and then to actually promote what they do, because nobody knows what the hell this company does.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, is this a group of astronomers? What is this?
Right.
But like they're addressing it with that, it's very tongue in cheek. I don't even know how they got Gwyneth Paltrow.
A lot of money, I'm
Fat-ass
sure.
check.
Yes.
That's how they did it.
Gwyneth Paltrow said, "Oh, you want to pay me $2 million?" Which I don't know how much it was, but I'm sure it was up there with that.
I would love to know how much that check was. I mean, I think also probably maybe she realized nobody but her could probably do this video, considering it was Chris Martin that broke the story. But like, God, just what a masterclass in PR.
Now, there have been some reports, and I don't know what's true and what's not, like, because there are some statements that floated out that were not true from him, from the guy, and then from the woman, the HR person. But they've been proven to not be real. They've obviously gone silent, as they probably should right now as they figure this out.
At this point, you just need to shut up and go down. Just lay low.
So if you are the spouse of him and the spouse of her, what do you do when all of a sudden you see this go public? Do you stand by your man, stand by your woman, or do you say, I'm taking my shit and I'm getting out of here?
I mean, it depends on a lot of things, I think, because what is the relationship between the two of you in the first place? Like, obviously, neither relationship was doing great, because otherwise people wouldn't be stepping out of it. Like, were they kind of like waiting for, you know, like, well, 1 foot in, 1 foot out? Or did the other person truly think like this is 100% love? I don't suspect a thing, even though clearly something was wrong, you know? Because weirdly, I mean, I do think it's possible to come back from something like this. Like, look at Bill and Hillary Clinton. But I also think this is the perfect out for, you know, you to be just, well, let me just have all the money. Thanks.
Get that check.
So, I mean, I don't know. It just really depends on how much do you love this person, and were they in love? I mean, they looked pretty snugly.
Yeah, that didn't look like we're doing a quick little casual bang on the work trip. This
did not. This looked lovey-dovey.
You're comfortable.
Yes.
So my guess would be you'd have to have a serious conversation about, like, are you in love with this woman or this man? And be serious, because like the cards are on the table. So this may lead to divorces.
I think for me, I like one of, you know how like everybody has a different trigger point. Like Holly, you don't like when you're not being heard. Like when you're trying to make a point, and if you feel like the person is not hearing you or understanding you, you get very frustrated. Like that's one of your trigger points.
Yeah.
One of my trigger points is embarrassment. I do not like to be embarrassed. And it takes a lot. I mean, look at what I do for a living. I have been in all sorts of awkward, embarrassing situations. And if I'm in control of it, that's fine. To me, like, I could always get past like a cheating situation of like, okay, let's walk through it. Let's talk through it. Let's go to therapy. Let's figure out what led to this happening. But for it to be in such a public way, like that's always going to be what people think about when they see you together, whether it's the holidays, whether it's a date night out in Boston, you're always going to be the guy who was on the kiss cam at the Coldplay concert. And then you're the woman who took him back.
Right.
Like that, I don't think I would be able to get past that embarrassment. And I've always said this, like when Abe and I first got together, I'm like, hey, if there's ever a situation to where, you know, you stumbled and like you cheated or whatever, like I would so much rather you tell me. Like, of course I'm going to be upset, but I would so much rather hear it from you than from someone else, because then I'm embarrassed. I feel like we're not communicating, and that makes me feel icky inside.
What's a disrespect?
Well,
Yes.
nobody wants to find out things through the grapevine or, you know, feel like they were being made a fool of, you
Right.
know?
Mhm.
Like,
And
that's
especially all those people that, like, I don't know if we ever found out, like, were those coworkers that were with them, or were they friends of the couple? Like, all these people are in on it, and I'm
Yeah.
just sitting at home with your kids.
yeah.
The amount of anger that would flow through my body, I don't think that I would ever be able to move past that.
Right. Because that's a choice. Like,
Right.
that is fully a choice. You can't even say, like, oh, I was temporarily insane.
Right.
Like, that's you made a pretty committed choice to then go publicly to a Coldplay concert together.
Like,
That's a lot.
all those people, like, what? And then the gall that you think you're gonna fucking get away with this, that you're gonna go to a public
Right.
setting. Like, it'd be one thing if you're like lied and said, hey, there's a work conference in Chicago, and you do it in the privacy, but your ass in the same city we live in is going to a concert.
Yeah, that's pretty bombastic. Like, that really, the audacity. I
Probably
mean, those
framed it-
marriages had to be on the rocks, right? Because, like, golly, how could you really have to not care about being caught.
Yeah.
Made it a
And
work
clearly
trip.
they weren't, because like you're in like, again, like Kelvin said, like 1 in like 1,000,000 bajillion odds that they would put you on the kiss cam, but like someone could have seen something.
Mhm.
I don't know. That's pretty audacious. The audacity.
He probably made it a work trip, because if there's coworkers around, I
Mm.
don't know. But,
But
still,
were
that's
those?
still,
We don't know. Were those coworkers, or were they just random people?
maybe not. Yeah, you're right. No, I guess I was going under the guise of what Miguel was saying, was faking a work trip or faking a work conference and doing all
Right.
that. But this is completely different. The people surrounding them definitely know what's going on.
Do you think that it was coworkers, and they're all just cool with the fact that their bosses are? She was the
I know.
Like that.
I used to work at an advertising agency, and we knew that one of the main managers was married, and this other chick was a sales accountant. I think she was something in sales. I can't remember what her position was, but of course, this was the first week when I got hired. And I remember that the new person always has to be in charge of answering the phones. Granted, we were doing advertising, so it wasn't anything really crazy that I needed to man the phones for. But of course, one of my first phone calls is, we'll say Mary. Is Mary there? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know who that is. And she was like, she's in accounting. She's really short. Da, 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 da. And I was like, oh, yeah, I think she's there. She's like, well, you tell her to keep her hands off my fucking husband.
Oh.
And I will never, I
What?
will never forget that day at work. Jesus Christ. And then on top of that, these people did not care. Like, I would walk into the office and she was sitting on his lap. Like, she didn't give a
What?
fuck. This unprofessional advertising agency that I worked for.
Oh my
Um,
god!
It was
That's
yeah.
wild.
So shit like that does happen. Shit like that does happen.
So maybe it was coworkers.
Hold on, I haven't watched this video. This is from the New York Post, and it's just like, here's everything that we know about, because I'm not sure when this was produced.
In a viral moment that will live in infamy, a kiss cam moment broadcast at a Coldplay concert exposed an apparent cheating tech tycoon and his head of HR mistress, as the band's frontman, Chris Martin, immediately mused that they must be having an affair. The couple's reaction had guilt written all over it as they rushed to hide their faces and duck for cover during the concert at Gillette Stadium near Boston on Wednesday night. They were quickly identified by online sleuths as Andy Byron, the CEO of Astronomer, and Kristen Cabot, who is the Chief Human Resources Officer at the company. Astronomer is an AI and data company valued at about $1.2 billion. When Cabot was hired in November last year, Byron gushed about her 20 years of HR experience and exceptional leadership skills, telling staff that she was a proven leader. Meanwhile, Cabot wrote on LinkedIn that her conversations with Byron before her hiring had energized her about the opportunities at the company. She also boasted that she wins trust with employees of all levels, from CEOs to managers to assistants. Whoops. Allegedly, Cabot became more than just Byron's work wife, something his actual wife, Megan Kerrigan Byron, is now having to watch play out for all the world to see. After the kiss cam clip went viral and her Facebook page was bombarded with comments about the scandal, Megan quickly deleted her account. Page 6 observed that her page, which contained family photos, was no longer accessible as of Thursday morning. Even more ominous, shortly before taking it down, she deleted her last name from her profile. As for Cabot, she recently divorced from her husband, Kenneth Thornby. According to Massachusetts court records, the couple filed for divorce in 2018, and the split was finalized in 2022. It's unclear if she has since remarried. The former couple had at least one child, for whom Thornby paid a lump sum child support payment to Cabot. So what does this humiliating exposure mean for Byron and Cabot's careers? Employment lawyer William Cafaro told the Post Thursday night, "It's horrible because she is the head of HR. She's involved in an extramarital affair with the CEO. Basically, how much worse of an HR faux pas could you commit?" While many were quick to point out that Cabot needs a lesson from her own HR handbook, there doesn't seem to be too many employees publicly shedding tears for Byron. The incident sparked chatter among his former
That's interesting. Oh, wait.
colleagues, with many claiming that Byron got his rightful comeuppance, according to a source who used to report directly to Byron. The source claimed that in text groups and chains, former employees are laughing their ass off and enjoying the hell out of what happened and him getting exposed, adding that Byron was allegedly a toxic boss. A resurfaced report from The Information, a tech and business outlet, claims that people at Byron's previous company even quit because of how poorly he treated them.
Interesting. Now, here's the thing that I've seen some of the discussion online about is...
So she wasn't married.
Right, she wasn't married, just him. He's probably going to get another tech job somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure.
But her working in HR, like, you're done, right? Like, no one is going to hire the HR person who was sleeping with the CEO. But is that a little bit of a double standard because she's a woman, or is it just that just because of the position that she had as HR and him being the CEO?
Well, one is going against corporate policy based on what your job is actually what you're supposed to protect. And the other one was you were just being a whore. Like, that's your personal life.
Right.
Really bad image, of course, and that should be taken into account. But yeah, I think there's a difference.
Yeah. I don't know. You could probably parlay HR manager skills into some other area, I would imagine. And you could probably get a job in another, like, not in HR again. No one's going to hire you in HR, which, by the way, HR is really just there to protect the company, I feel like, for the most part. So I don't think any company was going to hire her for that. But I do think it's probably possible to hire her in another capacity, because like you said, like, he'll probably get hired again somewhere else, because like those people don't care. The people that are doing the hiring for those level of positions, they don't care what you do. They just care if you have like whatever business sense it takes to do that job.
Man, I feel like there's so many parts of this story that are just absolutely crazy, and it's going to be interesting to see like what happens and what comes from it, and if he'll get a job, when the divorce will happen, because like we said earlier, I just don't know how you come back from that.
Well, also, okay, I'm thinking about this. So she would probably get a lot of money, the wife, if they divorce. Are they divorcing? Do we know?
No, I don't think it's been announced yet.
Well, she would probably get a lot of money, but like also some people are willing to look the other way for money. Like, what if she has a very nice lifestyle set up? I don't know.
And then, so this was also another side of it that apparently the CEO, Andy Byron, is reportedly going to sue Coldplay for emotional distress.
No. That's called
girl.
like, how about you take some accountability for being out with the lady that you're having an affair with?
Right.
A source told Page Six that Byron feels this was an invasion of privacy.
Again, no.
The source revealed that Byron didn't give consent to being recorded on the camera and the public humiliation he had to face. Andy thinks Coldplay made him a meme. The source could be quoted as saying he didn't consent to being filmed or publicly humiliated. He thinks Coldplay made him a meme. Sir, what?
You're
I'm-
gonna have to have a
no
really good
sense.
lawyer
Yeah.
to try to win that one, because you were there with someone that like it. I don't think they're gonna be able to win that one.
Yeah, there's multiple examples of them doing this in every single concert.
Right.
Or it's lovey-dovey and it's whatever, a kiss cam. Like,
And I'm sure that when you buy tickets to a concert and all the rules, terms of agreement, there's
Yes.
probably something in there where you're
About-
basically agreeing to be on camera or being recorded or something like that.
Yeah.
That they're not gonna, bro, you're barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah.
I gave the bro.
Bro, not bro. Bro.
That's when you know I mean business. When I'm like, bro. And then I just wanted to see real quick if I can see how much his net worth is, because I'm really curious.
If while you're looking that up, if I may, whatever happened to those two news anchors that were having an affair?
Oh,
They
Remember?
came up with their own podcast.
yeah,
think
TJ
they're-
Holmes and
And
Amy Roback.
something.
Are they on iHeart?
Yeah, they're actually on a iHeart podcast.
Well, we'll hire them. So
Yeah. So
but this is what I'm saying. Like, they actually ended up together and they somehow made it work. I don't know. So obviously, like, that thing turned into a whole different thing.
So apparently Byron is estimated to be worth between $50 and $70 million. Was paid between $460 and $690,000 a year. Also received handsome performance-based bonuses, according to a report from the New York Post.
a handsome bonus.
I'd like a handsome bonus.
I just like a bonus.
I'd like any bonus. I
An
would take an ugly
ugly
one. Yep. Phew.
So there we go. We didn't have a chance to talk about it because it happened during the break. So I really wanted to.
Something does always happen. Like one time during Christmas break, Fifth Harmony broke up.
Mhm.
One time during the break, Jennifer Lopez had the twins. Like
Mhm.
something does always happen that's like, oh man, we missed it. So
And last
we
summer,
are.
it was the double whammy. It was the assassination attempt
yes.
of Donald Trump and then Joe Biden dropping
Dropping
out.
out.
Yes.
And we were like, oh my gosh.
Jesus.
Like,
Why is
y'all, we
everything
are
happening?
on vacation. Can you just wait? Jesus. Yeah. Things always go a little wonky. Something's going on.
Now, if you are Andy Byron's wife, probably soon to be ex-wife, and you're friends with some of the coworkers, are you mad at them too for not saying anything to you?
I don't know.
How
Because-
close are we?
Yeah. How close are you? And also, is that their job? Like, they're in a precarious position now.
Right.
Because they're worried about their job, probably. I don't
Mm.
know. I'm just trying to put myself in the shoes. I think I'm more embarrassed than anything and more mad at him than the coworkers.
Yeah. I mean, depending upon the closeness of it,
Yeah.
but then I also would keep in mind that that's their livelihood and they
Yes.
don't want to be retaliated against in case homeboy found out that it was
Right.
the coworker that snitched to the
That's what-
wife.
I would think. I would be like upset, but not mad, because how much loyalty does your husband's employee have to you, the wife?
Right.
Right. Yeah. I'm trying to think of a time in my life where I was like, did I ever have the opportunity to do that?
I mean, there have been a couple of times in my life
What,
where
to make out with a CEO at a Coldplay concert?
No, to snitch on their
Oh.
snitch on their partner if they're cheating.
Mm.
I have known of people that cheated, and I knew like the other person,
Mhm.
and I've never said anything. just because I felt like it wasn't my place.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even if it's your place or like the moral standing of it all. It's just I don't want to be involved in anyone's drama. I think if they were your close friends, I think you probably would go out of your way to do that because that's your close friend going through that situation.
Mhm.
But
I
who
just
are you
don't
closer
think-
with? Are you closer with the person that's cheating or the person that's being cheated on?
Mhm. Yeah, that's too.
So
I mean, we have had a situation in our friend group one time where there were two couples and two people stepped out and they cheated. It was like a drunken thing. And that some of our friends went to one of the parties and said, if you don't say something to your partner, then we will.
Name them.
Absolutely not.
you said that or someone
No,
else
I
said
did
that?
not, because I was like, I'm
like-
not getting involved. Hell no.
Well, you was watching.
I was like, ooh. But to me, I'm not
a relationship vigilante. Like I can't be in that position.
well, and then also too, like in those cases, like what we always say on the show, if I don't have proof to bring to you that someone is cheating, so now you're just taking my word for it. And if I wasn't there and I'm only hearing about it secondhand, like what would you like if someone came to me and said Abe is cheating? My first question would be, well, where's the proof?
Yeah.
If you don't have proof, I'm not going to take your word for it. Now, if you have a video of him at a Coldplay concert making out with somebody, okay, now we're gonna have a conversation.
Now we gotta have a conversation. It's that thing that you said, like what happens in the dark will always come to the light. It's
right.
Oftentimes, has it ever not? I'm sure it has not.
Right.
I'm sure things have not come to light, but more often than not, they just some way will.
We do know of some couples, Holly, that have had one person has stepped out and their person still doesn't know.
Correct. I think there was always maybe some sort of like, did anything, but it never publicly exploded.
Right. No.
Certainly. Or even privately.
I mean, it got
there was
real
no
close.
oh my goodness. Yes, it did.
Name
No, we can't. It's still in the dark. What
Kelvin
You are the
Cordova.
light.
No, I'm not, girl. That light is somebody else, and it ain't
You
me.
are
I
the
ain't getting
light.
involved. Hell no.
Fucking quote y'all
That
say all
light-
the time. You ain't gonna be the light.
No, listen, I don't choose who's the light. That's Jesus choose. That's not me. I am just here floating through space. Nope.
Let's see. Lizette said, playing devil's advocate. What if the wife knew he was canoodling with the HR hoochie and she was turning a blind eye to keep things good and he went and blew it up and ruined it?
Yeah, people could be open and
This is what I'm saying.
But can we also give him a name too? I don't want to just say
know.
HR hoochie. What about
There's no word for dudes. We need to go back to this.
CEO slut?
CEO slut. There you go. I'll take it.
Well, I'll take that.
But yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like if a lot of people like know that these men, especially these high power, like if she's just home with the kids and she's like CEO ho,
Yeah, there we go, Lizette.
That's
CEO ho.
So if like, she's just stay at home with the kids, or maybe she's got her own thing going on. And again, the money is good. Money makes
Right.
people do weird things. And he's off at weird late hours. Oh, I have to go to this Coldplay concert for work. Can I go? No, it's a work thing. Okay. And so she's not asking a lot of questions. She probably knows something might be going on, but their life is okay and she's content. Like Lizette said, maybe she kind of knew there was something going on the slide, but now she's forced to do something about it because everybody knows.
Right, because now your mom and your grandma's calling, being like, what's happening with Andy?
God.
Why is he on TV? And you're like, well, you just fucked up a good thing.
Right.
I was over here, she's probably getting some on the side from somebody else too.
Maybe
Andy's
the
over here.
gardener.
Right. And now the CEO ho.
No, the CEO.
CEO done blown up.
A little shorter.
Yeah.
With the HR hoochie.
Okay. Final question.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that CEO and HR hoochie will stay together?
No. No, I don't.
It was not built to last.
No, I mean,
It's too awkward.
yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, okay. I think the only way it would work is if they moved to a different country. Like they would have to go to England or something
Yeah.
and like totally start over, start afresh. Because no matter where you go, like, can you imagine just like seeing them at Optimus Hall together, like holding hands, and you're like, oh my God.
Or they 2025 it and become a brand and come out with a podcast under iHeartRadio.
Oh, that's
I'm
probably
telling
most
you.
likely.
It happened. Like, it already happened. We're like, oh my God, that affair. Oh, now they're doing a podcast together. Okay.
Just
like, it's-
capitalize on it.
I
Mhm.
just feel like in this environment of we can just say what we want, who cares?
We should invite them on our show. Be like,
On our show?
yes.
They're going to go on like some
Maybe a
random
Sunday
ass.
session.
Right.
Yeah.
No, they're probably going Elvis Duran or something like that. Not on our show. But I'd be like, come on, y'all want to talk to us in Charlotte?
Right.
We'll have you on. We'll give you a guest spot, a weekend shift.
You can tell your side.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Ugh.
All right. Kelvin, how can people find you on social media?
Find me, stalk me, love me, choose me at Kelvin Live. Instagram.
Holly?
Radio Holly, Instagram, TikTok. Check me out.
Mine is at Miguel Fuller on Instagram and TikTok. We will see you all on Wednesday. Bye.